Hey folks, this is Adam here, and I just wanted to let you know that we decided to release a classic episode of the Metal Hand of God podcast this week. This is one that is in the vault now, can't download it on iTunes. It's still available on our website, but in any case, this one features the story that I referenced a couple of episodes ago about a road trip with my mom. Thought this was a good time to break it out. It's a good story, and it's a good episode, so check it out.
Give them nothing, but take from them everything.
Hello, I am Michelle Masters, adult film star extraordinaire, and I absolutely love MHOG podcasts and listening to these hilarious guys.
Hello and welcome to the MHOG podcast. I am your host, Wayne, and
I'm very sleepy.
me too. I'm fucking exhausted. Rum?
You guys didn't do anything all day.
Really?
Are you fucking
You
serious?
fucking douche.
When
What
my
did you
foot
do?
falls off, I'm gonna
Oh,
throw
really?
it at
What did you do?
What did I do? I worked.
No, really, what did you do?
I worked.
In detail,
Surgeries.
which is just code for petting puppies.
Oh, yeah. Here we go with the pet and puppies bullshit.
Adam, what did you do?
I wasn't aware that was a thing.
Yeah, Rum thinks that all I do all day long is play with animals and pet them. Mm-hmm. That's what I do all day long. And then Adam,
Fair enough.
what does Adam do all day long, Rum?
He sits in a car and drives, or a truck and drives.
And that's it, right? All day. Just hangs out.
Oh, he gets people to sign a paper.
Oh, was that it?
So, yeah. So that's what we did today. What about you, Rum?
I'm sorry I haven't been stabbed by a hobo.
Steal any homeless men's legs lately?
No, I didn't. No, it's been a slow week.
Fucking asshole.
I've had an awful week. Don't fuck with me.
I know you've had an awful week.
What happened this week?
I had the shittiest road trip I've ever had this weekend.
That
my
was
left,
the trip with your mom?
yeah, my left foot has been swollen since like Thursday night. Last night I ate a piece of cake that my mom made, and apparently I had an allergic reaction because my throat feels also swollen.
What did she put in? What type of cake was it?
It was like a chocolate cake with a ribbon of caramel. I mean, it tasted fine, although it tasted oddly like
Ham.
flourless or maybe milkless.
Maybe it was
you know?
maybe it was a flourless cake. Was it kind of a flatter cake?
No, she made it in one of those little bread tins. You know,
Maybe
like if you
it
were
was
gonna break
something in
bread.
a tin.
Maybe so. I don't know. I'm not eating anymore.
Was it a lead tin? Maybe you have lead poisoning.
Maybe so. I'm gonna guess not though. No, I just been feeling horrible all week. I wish tomorrow was Labor Day and I could just fucking stay home and
When's Labor Day?
like the day after our the event that we're giving the tickets away for, and
Oh, September
4
1st,
days.
Labor Day, right?
5
Yes,
days,
it's that weekend.
5 days before our show.
And you know what else, ladies and gentlemen, is we're giving those tickets away on August 30th. We do have one winner.
We have a winner,
We have one winner. There's still a pair to give away now, but we do have one winner.
and we got a lot of losers.
Yes, Miss Michelle Janes from what did I say? Westlake,
Westlake.
Louisiana. Actually sent and did what we asked her to do, and she's actually going to be walking away with a pair of tickets.
That's right,
Because she
Michelle
is
James.
awesome.
And she
On top
said
of it.
she wants at the show she will take pictures with you and I so that we can prove that
Oh,
we really did give her
Michelle
the
Janes,
tickets.
We're gonna take
That's so
pictures.
yes, it's awesome.
I can't even begin to tell you what we're gonna take pictures of.
So remember, boys and girls, if you want to go see what is it, Sludge Saturday on August 30th.
Then keep it metal.
That's right. Do me a favor and share our shit. Take a picture and send it to us.
Actually,
That's
don't
right.
share our shit because
Well, you know what I
We
mean,
really don't even want
Rum.
it. We just usually flush it, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Share our shit.
Share our shit. You know what I mean. Share our page. Share our latest episode, which will be this
Latest
one.
and Greatest.
I wonder how many ladies are masturbating to the sound of my voice.
None.
Oh yeah.
It's all men.
I'll share audio clip and get you pregnant.
Yeah, so
Straight gangster.
we actually
shit.
have one winner, and yeah, if anybody else wants to go to that show, remember,
Yeah,
just
folks,
start the 30th.
it's incredibly easy to win these tickets. Literally, all you have to do is go on Facebook, find one of our. Now it has to be a post of one of our actual
Episodes,
shows.
yeah.
Don't repost like a picture of like a dog fucking a cat or something like that.
and it
or
says
whatever.
MHOG on it. No, I
right.
don't want that.
I mean, well, you'd probably like that if
Hey,
people sent
now.
it to you, but repost one of our episodes to your friends and get them to listen, and just do a screen capture. If you don't know how to do a screen capture, just Google it. Like if you have a PC, Google screen capture PC, and obviously Mac screen capture Mac. Whatever.
Or you can actually share from one of your cell phones or whatever on Facebook, and then screen capture that way.
You can do that too. However you want to do it, and just email us the picture, and if we have any tickets left, you're the winner!
Yay!
You're the winner, baby.
You know that's right.
Oh yeah.
All night long.
All night long.
All night.
Oh.
All night.
All night long.
All night.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Everyone you meet. Everything you eat.
All night long.
Anyway.
Man, that was just like the original.
I know.
All we need is the Commodores. That's
That
right.
that was spot on, man.
Bunch of crazy white boys.
Who
Dude.
the hell is this?
I don't know. Is it Tonya Straight?
I don't know.
By the way, if there's someone named Tonya Straight out there who listens to this show who tried to add me on Skype, I have no idea who you are. That's why I rejected you. But
Don't
you know,
reject people, man. That's so mean.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be so rude?
You know, talking about weird people, my one of my coworkers got this message on her not her cell phone, but it's on her home's answer machine. And actually she sent it to me, and I would love to play it if I can get it to work on my phone. But it's a wrong number, and it's this woman that's obviously drunk. And it's probably one of the funniest freaking audio clips I've ever heard from a drunk person. Now, this is even with Rum now.
Now, I have never called you drunk at all.
All right, let me see if I can get this to work. Hold on.
Unlike you, who call me at 3 a.m. and go,
Here we go, Rum. Wait. See if it works.
all right.
Oh, damn. All right, Kitty, how you doing? You got married then? How you doing, honey? I ain't mad at you. I don't care. Get yourself. Get you, honey. I don't care, baby. I love you. Unless his phone's ratchet. But he's ratchet, bro. Let me tell you one thing. It's fucked up. The bitch is so fucking ratchet, bro. Been fucking around my neighbor's fucking sister for years. And my neighbor could have told me. I ain't had nobody but him. Everybody get your hustle on, get your roll on. Everybody get your roll on, you know? I ain't mad at nobody, bro. Get your fucking hustle. I love you. Bye. If I have you another in that call.
Is this still going?
Yeah.
It sounds like the bitch that was like talking to you at the fucking Twist.
Oh, yeah. Dude, she's like, I ain't mad at you. I give a road. You get your ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what's perplexing me is she's hanging out with what sounds like birds in the background. You hear this whistling like canaries?
Yeah. It almost sounded like she had like a bird cage full of fucking animals.
So I'm picturing this drunk woman hanging out at an aviary, you know, completely lost, thinking she's outside, but she's actually inside. She can't get out.
You put a lot of
And
fucking
she-
thought
and
into this,
she's
Rum.
giving up hope, trying to get out. She's thinking she's going to die, so she calls her one last friend.
Yeah, and it's not even the right person.
It's not the right person, but she just wants to know before she goes. She loves him, and it doesn't matter because she's never mad at you.
Also,
And
she wants you to get your hustle on.
And she's ratchet.
And
Whatever
gets
that meant.
You know, maybe if she had a ratchet, she could open up a drain pipe and shimmy out, but it's a long shot. So, yeah.
I'm having an odd conversation with someone I have no idea who this is.
I don't understand why you responded to this person.
Because it's funny. What's even more funny is the fact that they don't know that we're on a radio show and I'm about to.
You know what's even
to
funnier?
them.
Audience has no idea what the fuck you're talking about because I'm not looking at them.
That's true. Well, on Skype since Rum has to Skype into our show, and so does most of our guests. Someone had sent me a hi and a kissy face, so I sent hi back, and the next one was, "Yay, someone to talk to. How are you?" And I was like, "I'm good. Who are you?" And it was like, "I'm great. Thanks for chatting with me. I found your name on Skype membership search. What you up to?" So what should I say?
On a radio show. What are you up to?
You should say, "Fuck off, I'm busy."
No, that'd be
No,
cool.
I don't know. Let's see. We might get a fan out of this. I don't know. Well, but yeah. What do you think of that weird message, Rum?
It's nothing more
I've heard
interesting.
weirder, but what I like to do when I hear messages like that is just like what I did. I like to envision their scenario, what they're doing right then. You know, I don't know where they're at or what they're doing, but usually when you use your imagination, you can make it even better than what it is. So.
Well, that's true. That's true. This person's called Omega Fan.
Omega Fan.
Fuck.
So.
I know the audience is really excited to hear you instant messaging people. Love to show
We're gonna have to like condense all this together, but
Yeah, this is kind of weird, man. Like, okay, I'm done with you. I don't know what they want to love to show off, but whatever.
well, just say, hey, I'm on a radio show right now. I can't really talk much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, look,
I believe they're calling you a show off.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't really care, honestly.
fairly certain. Then why are you messaging this person?
Why not? You know, it's whatever.
Yeah, we don't have anything to
Adam,
do.
that's
It's
what
not
he
like
does,
we're
though.
it's not like we're recording a podcast.
He's reaching out to people.
Oh, we're not
You just
talking-
say, no, I'm not going to friend you because I don't know who you are.
You know, people on.
He's just hoping this is another 12-year-old.
All right, now I gotta edit that out.
What, the part about you looking for other 12-year-olds
Yes.
to have the sexual intercourses with?
Yes.
Yeah, all the courses,
Yeah.
All the courses.
Yeah.
like
You know,
like-
it was bad enough in the pickle scoop one. Now I gotta do it for every fucking show.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But anyway, what do you have? Let's finish your story about your trip
on an Adam World. Yeah.
What were you saying, Rum?
about Adam
You
World.
said, but tell us about your trip.
Well, I have to cut some of it out because it's very long and not all of it's interesting. But my mom decided a couple weeks ago she wanted to go whitewater rafting. She said, book it. And I said, no, you book it because I know her. And she's one of these people that will always be like, oh, let's go do this. And then she doesn't do it. And over the years, I've had to learn to just, like, whenever she says she wants to go do something, just ignore it. Because there's no sense in talking with her about something that is never going to happen. And so,
Seems kind of mean.
what, you don't know what people in your life are going to do and occasionally decide not to get involved because it's a waste of your breath and time? Like this podcast? Okay. That was...
Well, I'm waiting for your story.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the.
Well, I asked Rome a question and he didn't respond. He just went.
Sorry.
So
So I
good
just made a
job.
fart noise. I didn't know what you said.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but she ended up booking it, and she comes to me thereafter and says, "Hey, do you mind if I'm not gonna say the guy's name. Let's say Roy. Mind if Roy's son comes along? He's 12 and his mom died recently." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever. That's fine. I don't care."
You're like, no, fuck that dude.
So later on, she goes, "Oh, do you mind if Roy comes too?" And I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care. And so last weekend comes around, and about Thursday, my foot starts hurting, my left foot, and it feels like there's a little like pebble underneath my skin on the heel. But I'm walking around on it, and it seems to be fine. And that slowly starts to go away. Well, Friday morning, all of a sudden, this thing that looks like a blister appears between my, I don't know what you call each toe, like the toe that would be in my ring finger, if that makes any sense, between the middle toe and that toe. This big blister appears, and the middle toe starts swelling. And I'm like, what the fuck, So I'm walking around on that, and I'm figuring it's got to be a wart because I don't know how I get a blister between my toes. And well, at some point Friday, like I got off of work at 3 or 2:45, and I told my mom, be ready for 3 so we can leave because it's a 7+ hour drive, and we lose an hour. And she says, no, we're leaving at 4. So there's really nothing I can do. So I said, okay. So I went home, and I went to take a nap. And apparently, somehow, as I'm taking a nap, I twist my right ankle, my driving foot. And so she says she's going to drive for a little bit. We got to go pick up Roy and his son. And
is it old Roy?
Well, he's old. If you want to call him old Roy.
Old Roy sounds better because we can call the son young Roy or little Roy
or John Roy, whatever. Anyway, so I twist my ankle, and she says she's going to drive first. So I'm like, okay, cool. I've been driving all day anyway. I really don't feel like driving at all. So we get in the car, and we start driving around. And I'm like, I'm sorry. First, she stops at a morning call to get coffee. And I'm like, like it's 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. We're already later than we should be leaving. I'm like, can we fucking speed this shit up? Do you fucking need coffee that bad? But I don't tell her that. I let it go. All right. Well, whatever. So we start driving, and we're just driving around. I noticed at one point. I'm like, where are you going? She's like, well, I'm waiting for him to call me back, Roy. And, I'm sorry. I missed the point where we didn't leave at 4, where she said, he just called and said that he's going to be a few minutes late.
Right. Yeah, because didn't you text me around that time, I think?
No, I texted you around 5.
When y'all were driving.
No, we were driving around, yes, but we weren't on the road. So he's not answering his phone calls. So finally, I said, "Mom, just go park somewhere." And it's traffic. There's traffic at this point. So she was about to go home, and I'm like, "No." So once you go home, he's gonna call, and then we're gonna have to fight traffic to get back where we are. So just pull over in the middle of a street, and we'll just sit there.
Fucking Roy.
Fucking Roy. So the guy finally calls at like 5. I guess 5:30 or something like that. He's like, "Oh, I'll be home in just a minute. Meet me there." And so I'm like, "All right, this is bullshit. It's 5:30. We've got a lot of driving to do, and we got to fight traffic." So she goes over to his house, and the guy shows up a few minutes later, and he's got to say goodbye to his daughter because she's too young to come with us. And they're putting all their shit in. This dude breaks out like fucking 30 cables. He's got a Garmin because apparently he doesn't realize his cell phone has GPS. He's got a radar detector, which I'm not opposed to, but I'm like, we're doing probably about 10 miles above the speed limit. We're really not going to need a fucking radar gun. It's unnecessary, but okay, whatever. So they take forever to get in the car, and it's just about 6 o'clock at this point. So my mom had got out of the car, and he wanted to drive, and I was like, nope. I got in the car, and she's like, well, honey, I know you're tired. And I'm like, yeah, but I'll be okay. Because my thought is, we need to fucking go. Like, I don't know how fast this dude drives, but we need to make up time badly. Like, I'm not, I don't want to get in the car and the dude's doing fucking 60 miles an hour in a 70 or some shit like that. So, but she keeps insisting. She's like, oh, he's a really good driver. He can drive. I'm like, he will drive eventually. Right now, I'm driving. And so we pull out of the driveway. We get halfway down the block. He's like, oh, I forgot something. Can you turn around? I'm like, what the fuck could you possibly have forgotten? You've got fucking 80 devices in this car. You've got cables. Fucking, if I ripped open your computer right now would have less cables than he had fucking dangling in his fucking car. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. So we turn back around. He gets, I don't even know what the fuck he got. I think it might have been the radar gun, actually. He gets back in and he points at the Garmin and he's like, see right there, it tells you where you are, tells you what the speed limit is. And I was like, I'll know what the speed limit is because I'll see it when I'm driving. He's like, oh, well, it just tells you. I'm like, okay, so we get to driving, and he looks at me. And this isn't going to make sense to anyone who's not from New Orleans, but he lives in a section off of Causeway, which is the longest bridge in the world, or not in the world, in the United States.
United States, yeah.
It was the longest bridge in the world for a long time. But anyway, I think it's 26 miles. And I was like, I was thinking, motherfucker, don't even fucking start with me. We're fucking 2 blocks from Causeway. I know how to fucking get to Causeway. And then I thought, we're not even getting on Causeway. We're getting on the fucking interstate. What the fuck? I'm like, don't start this shit, So we get on the road, and
don't unleash the angry Adam.
Oh, it had already started. I was fucking ready to go. So motherfucker's like, yeah. So you're gonna take the I-10 to Mobile? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah. I'm like, no. We're going to Chattanooga. He's like, that's how you get to Chattanooga. I was like, no. You go through Birmingham. He's like, well, you got to go through Mobile to get to Birmingham. I was like, no. You just take the I-59 northeast. That's it. You take the I-59 east. That's the whole fucking drive. And he's like, oh, okay. I guess you could do that way. But, six one, half a dozen the other. I was like, no. If you go Mobile to Birmingham,
no.
that's a fucking right angle.
No.
You're adding hours to the drive. If you take the I-59 northeast, it's a straight line.
No.
So later the motherfucker's talking and he's telling his son, he's like, yeah, you'll see when we get to Atlanta. I was like, we're not going to Atlanta. He's like, yeah, we are. I was like, no. He's like, well, how are you going to get there? You got to take you go to Atlanta and you take the I-75 north. I was like, no. I mean, I could do that, but I would be adding an hour to my drive. I was like, dude, I know where the fuck I'm going. He's like, oh, have you been here before? I was like, yeah.
Last weekend.
Yeah, pretty much, I mean, I didn't drive that time, but,
no.
But I'm like, what the fuck? And plus, I look at my phone all the time. I looked at the map just to be sure how to get there without any turns or anything like that before I even left. So later, like when we're around Tuscaloosa, which is just before Birmingham on the I-59, there's actually just before we got to Tuscaloosa, there's an exit that says I-459. He's like, oh, you need to get off here. Bear in mind, he's got the fucking Garmin GPS the whole time going. I don't know why. I don't need it. I told him I don't want it.
That's because,
he's got it going.
Because he wanted to show you the right way, son.
Right. Well, so he tells me, oh, you need to get off on the I-459. I was like, no.
I'm so going to fucking use that as a clip. No! Every time.
I was just like, that was my little thought. I was like, no. I was like, it's a straight line from New Orleans to Chattanooga.
No.
Straight line. He's like, no, it's just like when you take the 610 instead of taking the I-10. Now, for those of you who aren't from New Orleans, let me explain something. New Orleans are some of the dumbest fucks in the history of mankind. Well, this might be more an act of greed. Basically, the I-10 goes from Los Angeles to Jacksonville, Florida.
Correct.
It is, I'm pretty sure, the longest interstate in the country.
Yeah, I think it is, actually.
Except it breaks up at one point in that, I guess that would be like,
in like
2,000, 3,000 miles.
In a straight line.
Except for New Orleans. Because, well, basically, the I-10 should go from Los Angeles to Jacksonville, including a section of interstate that's actually the I-12. But because New Orleans feels like they're special, the I-10 diverts a little south.
They are special.
And then instead of continuing that line through New Orleans and Metairie and all that, the I-10 actually ends at the Mississippi River. Like, there's no connecting point. It just stops at the Mississippi River and starts again at the Mississippi River on the opposite side. And the section that would be the I-10 is called the 610, Now, if you've ever been on an interstate, let's say you're on the I-15. If you were going east to west, there might be an I-115, which would go north to south. This is completely contradictory to how New Orleans has the fucking interstate set up. Anyway,
Riveting.
the guy's trying to
Fucking
explain to
riveting.
me. The guy's trying. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to explain my point. The guy's trying to explain to me that I should take the I-459 because it's just like the 610.
Right.
To which my response is
Nope.
nope. Because the I-59 is a fucking straight line. The 459 would take me in a circular arc, a hemisphere, if you will, around Tuscaloosa and Birmingham for no fucking reason.
Maybe he wanted to take the scenic route.
It was fucking pitch dark.
Or maybe he has night vision.
He clearly did not.
Maybe he's related to...
Maybe you suck my dick.
Wait.
So the guy's like arguing with me, and I'm like,
Roy's last name is Riddick.
So I told Roy about Tuscaloosa. I got sick. I was kind of tired, but not. I was fine, but I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll let him take over for a while.
Did you let him get you a handy as you're going?
No.
Okay.
So I pull over, and I was like, all right, dude, if you want to drive, I think we were getting gas or something. I'm like, all right, you can drive. So I get in the car. The guy starts driving. This is probably 11 o'clock at night, I want to say, roughly. And so the guy starts driving. And of the 2 hours that he drove, he didn't take us the whole way. Of the 2 hours, now I've been driving 4.5 hours at this point. Of the 2 hours that he drove, I'd say the amount of time that he was able to keep that wheel steady and not swimming back and forth between lanes. Mm-hmm. Like literally, he's just all over the road. He can't stay in a straight line. It might have been a minute and a half total out of that 2 hours.
That's awesome.
Because all the gin and tonics he was drinking.
Probably.
Actually, it's all the old ass wipe that he drinks. But
he drinks old toilet paper?
No, he's just an old ass wipe. Anyway, so like I actually did doze off a couple times because of all the swaying and shit, but not for more than like 30 seconds to a minute. And I'm watching him, and he's like I said, he's like swerving back and forth in the lanes. And a couple of times I'm like, dude, you all right? He's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the part where he explains that the reason that he can't keep it straight. He's like, oh man, I'm just having a hard time keeping this wheel straight. I'm used to much loose, huh?
He's got sciatica.
Yeah, his sciatica's hurting.
Yeah. Well, he's like, I'm used to a much looser steering wheel. This car's got tight steering. I'm having a hard time getting adjusted.
I like the tight steering.
And my mom's, I mean, she's one of these women that's very smart when it comes to math and shit and everything else. I don't know where the fuck her brain is, but she just believes everything he fucking tells her. Because that's my mom's superpower. She will believe anything anyone tells her unless it's her own son. Then
you know what? My mom's the same fucking way, dude. Like, I'll tell her something over and over again that, look, hey, it's done like this. This is how it is. She'll ask like 40 other fucking people because she doesn't believe that I know what I'm talking about.
And then eventually one of them will say exactly what you said. And she'll be like, oh, no, he told me. I was like...
And I get so pissed off. I'm like, I just fucking told you that.
Right. Well, I'll a quick aside. One of the things she told me this weekend that I love, she says... She's brushing her teeth, and she's like, do you brush your tongue? And I said, every once in a while. Why? Should. She's like, you need to do this all the time. I was like, why?
It keeps bacteria off.
No, that's not what she said. She said, because it prevents tongue cancer.
Well, it would because of bacteria.
No, it wouldn't.
Your tongue and cause
no, it wouldn't.
Skin cancer on your tongue.
It does not prevent. Toothpaste does not prevent tongue cancer. For one thing.
No. Brushing your tongue with keeping the bad.
Well, let me finish my fucking story. So I told her, I was like, no, Mom, it doesn't prevent tongue cancer. For one thing, not every toothpaste is made of the same chemicals. Like, what if you're
just made of tooth and paste?
Exactly, I agree.
There you go. So
pumice.
She goes, yeah, it does. And I said, no, it doesn't. She's like, Dr.
Why do
Rooney,
you argue with your mom all the time?
Because he doesn't get enough arguments with us.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, no, it doesn't prevent tongue cancer, Mom. She's like, yeah, Doc, can I fucking finish my story, motherfucker?
Hey, Rum. Wait.
Also, it's not like you're just interrupting me. You're whispering in the background. We can't even hear what you're saying. So it's just creating like noise.
Actually, I've been talking and you guys keep running over me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you asked me to tell a fucking story.
Yeah, we can't actually hear you, dude. Like, I was gonna say, I mean, I hear you, but it's like this.
I'm 2 inches from the microphone.
I know. Check your settings.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, check your settings on your Skype, dude. See if the volume's up. Because mine's all the way up, so I just checked it.
Can't get any higher.
Okay. I don't know what the deal is.
Anyway, go ahead. Finish your story.
You sure?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she says the Dr. Rooney, like, our dentist told her, he told her to like, brush her tongue. And I was like, Mom, he probably told you to brush your tongue to get the bacteria off. Like they gave me a tongue scraper at one point. It doesn't fucking prevent cancer. She's like, no. I said, no. You need to stop listening to everything people tell you. Like, no, it doesn't fucking prevent tongue cancer. But anyway, it's not very funny because y'all kept interrupting. It's like a 2-second story turned into like a 3-minute story.
It was even.
Anyway,
I think it was better with the argument. It was funnier.
So the dude's like talking about like, oh, it takes, you know, I'm trying to get used to this tight steering. I'm used to loose steering. It just takes a lot to get used to. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't take much time to get used to tight steering from loose steering. It takes a shitload of time to learn how to, well, not a shitload, but it takes a certain amount of time to learn how to get used to a vehicle that has very loose steering from something that has like modern power steering.
Is that true, Rum?
He's just fucking tired.
Rum?
Now
I can't hear Rum at all.
I heard something.
Sorry, I left.
He left.
All right, I'm back.
Now he's back.
Oh, okay.
Gee, you could have told us, hold on a second.
That's all right. He was finishing it up. I was listening.
All right. So anyway, he drives about 2 hours. He's swerving all over the place. Finally, he's willing to admit that he's tired. Although, well, I guess technically, no, he just said his back hurt too much. So he asked me to take over. This is 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, you going to be all right? I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. If it fucking gets us in alive, yeah, I'll be fucking fine. So I drove the last hour. And the hilarious part about that is, like, as we were leaving a couple days later, my mom's like, I don't know why you're so stubborn. Would you please let him drive? It would make him happy. And I was thinking, I don't really give a fuck whether he's happy or not. Andy's been driving, like, every day since we got here. So, well, I guess 24 hours that we've been there. But, she's like, I don't know why you're so stubborn. He's a good driver. I was like, Mom, he's not a good driver. He wanted to take us. I'd forgotten about Alabama at that point. I was like, he wanted us to take us to Atlanta. He doesn't know where the fuck he's going. She's like, he does this all the time. I was like, not very well. Not fucking very well. He doesn't know where he's going. But I was like, fine. We got the whole day to get back. Whatever. Huge mistake, by the way. No, but I ended up almost throwing up. The dude, God help whoever needed surgery from this dude. Like, if we were on the side of the road bleeding to death, he would end up fucking fisting your wound. He drove the whole way out of the, I'd say 7.5 drives. Wait, what?
Fisting your wound.
Yeah, out of the 7.5 hours that he drove.
That's horrible.
This motherfucker did not keep the wheel steady, though. I mean, he was just, I really thought I was going to throw up. And
Rum likes that story.
And the great part is, like, from like last Wednesday, I didn't even want to go because my mom started a huge fight.
You were
with
aggravated,
me.
Yeah.
She like called me up to tell me what a loser she thinks I am and all kinds of shit. And I was like, well, I don't even know how the fuck I'm going. And I thought she wanted me to go to spend time with me, which apparently wasn't the case. And so she, by the time I got in, my foot, I could barely move it. My right foot, the one that I twisted. So I spent all Saturday up until the very afternoon, like, just laying down, not doing anything. She finally talked me into, like, toughing it out and going on the river trip. The guy we had sucked. He was completely boring. The whole trip was a fucking disaster. And the guy she's dating, huh?
I was going to say, how did the kid enjoy it?
Kid was fine for the most part.
It was all, he enjoyed it.
That was one of the things that was pissing me off too. Was like the dad. Like at one point we stopped at fucking Popeyes at 9 o'clock at night, and it must have been Tuscaloosa. And we're at the top of a hill, and the kid wanted Taco Bell at the bottom of the hill. So he tells the kid to just go ahead and walk there and get it himself. I was like, well, why don't we just drive there and get it for him? He's like, oh, I'm trying to teach him to be independent. You know, he lost his mom. I'm trying to be tough on him. And I was thinking, well, number one, motherfucker, we're in the middle of a town you've never been to before. In the
Let's
middle
send
of the
your
night.
12-year-old kid out to
Right, and you
get
can't see him
massacred.
walking, and you're not paying attention anyway. And but then like he's constantly like he'll make a fucking awful joke. He's one of these people that thinks he's funny and doesn't, whatever. So like he would make a joke, and then when the kid would make the joke to like with him, because he wants to be like his dad,
Right.
He would be like, "Hey, John Roy, don't talk to me like that. That is disrespectful."
By the way, I call him John Roy.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying.
Sit down, John Roy. I'm going to fist your wound.
Like, he's yelling at the kid the whole fucking time. And I'm like, at one point, like, he was asking me questions about the trip. And the dude looks at him and says, John Roy, you've asked 8 questions now. It's time to stop talking. I'm like, did I fucking say I was bothered? The kid was asking questions. Let him fucking ask questions. His fucking mom just died. And also, it's nice that your kid's curious. That means he has a good chance of success. If your kid was fucking dumb and didn't ask any questions, you'd have a lot more reason to worry. He's a fucking asshole. And
his name's John Roy. He's upset about that.
No, his kid's name is John Roy.
That's what I'm saying. The kid's name's John Roy.
Anyway, but
I'd be upset.
Yeah, me too.
The whole trip was a fucking disaster.
Just letting you know, that is so the name of this podcast. John Roy, come here and let me fist your wounds. That is such the name of this show.
It's almost as bad as a boy named Sue.
Except when a boy named Sue, you're not fisting his wound.
Yeah.
I just visualized someone pull it over and be like, "Oh my God, he's bleeding out!
Quick,
wait, I can help.
shove your arm in there.
Wait, I can help. I'm not a doctor. What is he doing? Ow!
Fisting
Ow!
his wound.
Ow!
But it was just a BB. Oh, fuck it, not no more.
Now you can put a cannonball in there.
So it really does sound like you had a wonderful time.
Yeah. That sounds. You need to write that down, man. That's a memoir.
No, I need to forget about that.
Come on, man. Tell everybody about the lovely lady at the hotel room.
Was she complimentary,
Poochie?
like chocolate?
Poochie, yes.
No, my foot was fucked up, so I called room service, which I think I've only done on the cruise ship, because it's free. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, right.
So I called room service, and the woman answers, and she says,
Hello, room service.
she's
close.
like, well, you can come down here, and I was like, no. She's like, well, room service doesn't start till 11 o'clock.
I'll call back.
Well, yeah. Well, I was like, what the fuck? Like 11 o'clock? But I was like, all right, whatever. She's like, we'll come on down here. We got a big, nice breakfast buffet. And I said, well, the only reason I called room service was because my foot's messed up. I didn't want to walk on it. She's like, oh, okay, baby. What I tell you what, baby, I'll bring you up some. What you want, baby? And I was like, well, no. I mean, if room service is closed, you don't need that. She's like, oh no, baby, I'll bring you up something, baby. Hold on. What you want, baby? What you want? You want eggs? I was like, yeah, eggs sound fine. You want an omelet? I was like, yeah, I'd like an omelet. It's like, what you want in that omelet, baby? I said, well, just cheese and bacon. You want some cheese and bacon omelet? I'll bring you cheese and omelet. What else you want, baby? I was like, toast? You want white or wheat, baby? And I said, white. She's like, what else you want, baby? I was like, I like orange juice. You want some orange juice, baby?
This woman definitely sounds like she's Korean.
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay, whatever. You want some orange juice, baby? I said, yeah. So I'll bring you some orange juice. All right, baby. I'll be right up. So she's
chocolate Korean.
She shows up, and her name fucking tag says Poochie.
It's fucking Poochie in the house, dude.
And she's a very nice woman. She
gave him a hand job and everything.
And goddamn, let me tell you something. I've eaten at a lot of
women.
I wish. I've eaten at a lot of hotel, continental, and buffet shit for breakfast.
Yeah.
Fuck me. The buffet breakfast for free at Embassy Suites is fucking amazing.
Really?
Oh, Embassy Suites is awesome.
I was so pissed because when I stayed at the one in Nashville last month, I didn't stay for the breakfast because I was leaving early. Fuck, I had a shitty Quiznos sub. I'm pissed that this woman brought me stuff from the buffet. She gave me enough bacon to fill both hands.
Oh, bacon!
I basically ate a bacon sandwich with a little bit of egg and cheese on the side.
Yeah!
The toast was as big as Wayne's fucking head.
Yes, huge.
My God. What is that? An artisan loaf?
Yes. Texas toast, bitch.
Rum, he don't know what that means. Anyway.
Thanks. Yeah, I do.
No, but
I do, dick.
But yeah, no, they gave us. They had a huge. I mean, they had a fucking omelet station at the free breakfast. I was just blown away.
Well, that's
so
why I like
good.
staying at Embassy Suites, and those are great hotels.
Well,
I used to stay a lot at
I'm sorry.
DoubleTrees for the chocolate chip cookies, but they pissed me off.
The chocolate chip cookies pissed you off?
Well, the people at the DoubleTree, because when you stay at a DoubleTree, you get complimentary chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, the white chocolate macadamia nut.
Yeah,
cookies.
they're awesome, right? Mm-hmm. So I've told this story before about them being not giving us the damn cookies, and they screwed up our room and all this other shit. And
no, you didn't. But I'm sure it's just
they screwed up the room, and we didn't get our cookies, and there was a big scene. And
Bobcat Goldthwait and
no, nothing with Bobcat. It was Amy screaming at the top of her lungs, and this is wrong. The pipe burst. There's ants in the room. And motherfucker, where's my goddamn cookies?
Forgot your hamburger. I mean, fucking Mr. Rogers came down the street with Trent Reznor waving $20 at you.
Trent Reznor.
And they were both riding a fucking
panda.
They both riding pandas.
I've never stayed at DoubleTree. I usually stay at like a La Quinta or something.
Normally I stay at the Single Tree.
Quinta's all right. I mean, it's a good go-to, hotel to go to.
Well, the reason we stayed at this one, and actually this is sad and funny as well, since there were four of us, what I knew about the Embassy Suites is that it's a literal suite. So there's a living room that's closed off. There's a door to it between that and the bedroom. And the bedroom and the living room both have TVs. So I said, well, there's two queen beds, so the three of y'all can sleep in the other room, and I'll just sleep on the sofa. So I slept on the sofa for two nights. As we were leaving, I couldn't find my car charger, so I'm like moving stuff around, and I noticed the bed I've been fucking sleeping on, or the sofa.
It was a sofa bed?
Yeah, it was a sofa bed. It had a fucking pull-out. I was like, son of a fucking bitch. Are you kidding me? I was like, oh, god damn.
You did a little searching, man. Just a little looking,
it's the first thing you check, man. You always check for the pull-out.
You always pull out.
I mean, that's Hotel 101.
Don't leave it in.
Oh, God. Nah, I mean, well, I don't normally sleep on the sofa, but, it was just cheaper just to stay that way because I know I snore and...
Some baby bucks will be running around. If you don't pull out, I'm just going along with this story.
Dude, this is a story about me staying in a room with my mom. Really?
Right. I understand. I'm not saying you sleeping with your mom. I had
Christ, dude. There's something fucking wrong.
Why
with
did wait? Why did that come across? Is that we were
you
just talking
said
about
baby bucks and pulling out?
We were talking about pulling out before, so
You're
I
not
was just
helping
stopping
yourself.
it.
You really should stop. Seriously,
Wayne,
you're
really,
a
you need a
sick
bigger
fuck.
shovel.
I don't give a shit.
Because I even heard that. I'm like, really? You just said that?
I didn't say anything about him sleeping with his mom.
Oh, Jesus.
We all
No,
knew he
what
was
you
in the
said,
other
it's what you
room.
didn't say.
Anyway,
I was thinking he was fucking the kid. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not you. Hey, you set yourself up for that. You can't even fucking blame me for that shit. Anyway,
Look. In my defense, Ron was talking about pulling out.
Pull out couches. I'm
So
talking about
I
pull
just
out
went-
couches.
sorry.
So I just went with
You're
it.
on your own for this one. I don't think Rome can take the blame.
I can't
on this
even
one.
help you on this one, man.
So, anyway, I had a awful trip. I was texting a few people. I texted you a bunch.
Yeah.
I was texting Josh. I was like, I'm fucking never making this trip with anyone else again but you. Like, you're the only person who's allowed to drive like this trip besides me. I was like, I never realized, like, you and I took a road trip to visit Rome. And I was asleep most of the time because the thing is, once you put me in the passenger seat, I'm fucking out.
Well, yeah, it's fine.
Like, that's why I kept saying, dude, you want me to take over? Because
well, you guys
I knew.
just switched out because when you all got here, Wayne just slept the entire time.
I don't think I drove the entire time.
No, you didn't.
Either in either direction. I didn't drive once. And
Well, Wayne's got 3% narcolepsy, so I mean, we have to take that into consideration.
If I had 3% narcolepsy, we'd have been dead.
3%. You're not 100%. You only had
no,
3.
he was good the whole time.
Yeah,
I mean,
fine.
by the
I was
time
rocking
actually you were pretty annoyed with me when we got to Jacksonville, and like I fucked up the directions a couple times. To be fair, it was pretty confusing finding our
Oh
way
yeah,
home.
no, it was just a fucking confusion.
But
Well,
you were just
look at
ready
the
to
bright
pass
side,
out.
Adam.
That was a good hotel too.
Yeah,
Look at the bright side. You made a memory.
Oh, I've got some fucking memories. I pray to God my mom doesn't marry this dude. Like, I mean, I won't be living there by that time, but Jesus Christ.
I mean, is he a nice guy?
Is he a nice guy?
I think he tries to be, but he's a huge douchebag.
Well, I mean, you have to peel away the douche.
Look, he's an ogre, dude. He's like an onion.
Well, this is why I call him an old ass white, because
he said the same thing.
We all have have had this experience where you like we're not young, but we're still kind of young in our minds, right?
Oh yeah.
So and there's the elder generation hasn't passed on yet, so we're in the middle somewhere. You meet these people your whole life, where it's some old dude who's like, "Oh, here, look here, young buck. You're younger than me, so I'm gonna fuck a buck." I didn't mean that as a fucking pun, but but that's kind of how they talk.
Baby bucks.
Look here, young buck. You younger than me, so I'm gonna tell you how to do things. I'm gonna teach you, and I'm a grown fucking man. I'm not fucking 10 years old. I know how to fucking drive. I don't need you fucking telling me how to drive.
Sometimes you just got to slip into
you got to let them
your work persona, and you know what I mean, Wayne, right?
Yeah, totally.
Sometimes you just got to go, "Oh, okay, cool, yeah, all right."
And you just
I was letting it go, but it was still
just
pissing
do
me
what you
off.
do.
I didn't go off on him, but I was thinking it.
It sounded like you were going off on
you
him.
were like,
I was
"No,
waiting
No,
for-
no. I kept my mouth shut the whole time. Whole time I was biting my lip. But it just bothers me because it's like, look, if we were here right now and the fucking electricity went out and we called up an electrician came over and he was like, say, 22, 25, whatever. I wouldn't look at that kid and go, look here, young buck. I'm older than you. So I'm going to tell you how to fix this electricity. No, he's a fucking electrician.
You do what you got to do.
I don't know shit. And I'm a fucking, the guy was paying attention, I'm sure, while I was driving. I knew what the fuck I was doing. He did not. When I'm in a car with somebody who's a better driver than me, I notice. And well, all right, he's a better driver. I'm not going to fucking tell, Now, if I think you're not noticing, like, an exit or something, I might say something.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'll let you fucking handle your business. And it's not until you fuck up a few times that I'll say, hold on, man.
Right,
we need
to
to
do this, yeah.
But I fucking hate that mentality. It's this idea like, I'm older than you, so I'm going to... Like, you're not my fucking daddy.
And not only that, but just because you're older doesn't mean you're right.
Right.
I know a lot of, people that are older that are just live their life as complete idiots.
Oh yeah, definitely, Rum.
I mean, age doesn't mean a thing when it comes to how smart you are, Wayne.
Thank you.
No, I just had a fucking awful trip. In fact, it was funny. As we were on our way back, I was thinking, what sounds good? Cracker Barrel, fucking Sunday home style chicken.
Yeah, boy.
When we stopped
I can't get like anything besides a breakfast there.
You know what I get there, dude?
Have you ever had the Sunday home style chicken?
I can't. I've had the chicken, and it's a piece of
but
chicken
wait.
on a
The
plate
Sunday,
with 3 sides.
the Sunday home style chicken. It's not the same as like the regular chicken.
Well, it just every time they bring out normal food, it just looks like you brought me up way too many plates with nothing on it.
I always get the one thing I always get there is their chicken fried steak, dude. Chicken fried steak and eggs, man. That's all I want.
I want the freaking Uncle Herschel's or the something with some substance.
Yeah.
Well, trust me, the Sunday home style chicken. It's buttermilk crust. It's good.
It's really good.
I do recommend going earlier in the day though, because like once that oil gets old, it kind of burns shit a little bit. But anyway, I really wanted that, and like for for lunch, we stopped at just some station on the I-459 because he had to insist that he was going to take the 459 back, and add a little bit of time, and so he stops at it. He didn't even wait till he got to an actual city. He just pulled over at one of these little roadside nowhere
That's where
bills.
the adventure starts, man.
Yeah, that's how Texas Chainsaw Massacre started.
Well,
That's how some porn start.
so
Yeah.
the only other thing there was a McDonald's besides the gas station. So he was like, "Oh, we're going to McDonald's," which I don't understand these people that refer to it as McDonald's
Because it's Big Mac.
Because it used to maybe it used to be called Mac.
That's fair.
It used to be MAC Donald's.
But it's probably only called the Big Mac because you couldn't call it a Big Mick
Why?
because that's a slur.
That's like calling it the Big Jew. I mean, come on.
Oh, Big Mick.
There's some ladies out there that would like a big Jew.
What's happening, lady?
Anyway, no, but anyway, but I can't really eat fast food that much anymore. It kind of makes me sick. So I ended up getting like a couple saltines. So just thinking about that Cracker Barrel, I was like, oh man, I should say something. But I thought if I have to spend one more minute with these fucking people, I'm gonna fucking stab them all to death and leave them on the side of the road.
Well, you could have been.
I think what's wrong with your foot is high uric acid.
You're getting all worried up and worked up, boy.
I don't think it's gout because it's not painful. It's
No,
just
it's
swollen.
not gout. It's just you get a higher uric acid levels.
When you're stressed.
Will create blisters and plantar warts on your feet.
Oh, well, that's the other thing was like I figured it was a wart, so I put one of those little wart patches on it.
Yeah, the little circles.
And I only used a couple of them, and I let it be. Fucking
Let
yesterday,
it be.
the dead skin comes off, and there's like a chunk of shit in it.
Why did you step in poop?
No,
Yeah, man, that'll do it every time.
It looks-
Maybe you had the corn up under your foot. Maybe it was a peanut.
I don't know.
Peanut. It was a plantar's wart.
Wait.
It was a peanut.
Jonathan Davis was under his foot?
Yep. Dun, 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 dun,
I don't know what
dun.
the fuck y'all are talking
He said corn was under your foot.
Oh, I was going with peanut.
Oh,
I was saying Jonathan Davis.
Oh yeah, with corn. Yeah, I got you.
I thought he was an artist or something. But
You're just a corn
no,
on my
but-
foot.
but you should see, like, I actually took a picture of it to send to my cousin to ask her, like, what she
Oh,
thought.
that's a lovely thing.
It's like, hey, I ain't talked to you all. Look
she's-
at my
she's
rotten
a-
toe.
She's a nurse.
Hey, come fix my wound.
Fist my wound.
No, but
That's the name of a band right there.
if it doesn't stop swelling in a couple days,
wound.
I'm gonna end up having to go to the doctor or something.
That would suck.
Just get it cut out.
The
You can do it
swelling?
yourself. I've done it a lot of times.
Talk about the swelling, Rum.
Oh, the swelling?
not
Yeah,
the
just
corn.
cut it and it'll drain out. You need a good bleeding. Maybe get a leech.
Maybe you need a fisted wound.
I put a leech on it. It'll go down within like an hour.
If you like it, then put a leech on it. Uh-oh.
I had a Manny joke there, but I figured I'd let it be. Oh,
I like
interesting
it. That's
coincidence though. Like
Let it
we
be.
were on Adventures Unlimited on the Akoi at 5 p.m. this Saturday. At 1 p.m., our friend TJ Buford and his lovely, I don't know if they're dating or like
Yeah.
whatever, but they were on there at 1 p.m.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Same company.
That's kind of neat. And then Dr. Joe was actually in Dollywood that same weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then Manny was in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I
Was still in Georgia.
still in Georgia doing nothing. Because I have no friends.
Well, you could have came. In fact, I would have enjoyed myself a lot more if y'all had gone.
Especially if you would have came.
No,
I would have liked to have gone. That'd have been cool.
no.
Me and Little Roy hanging out.
Yeah.
And
Thumb
don't
wrestling?
no, that's John Roy.
By the way, I also this pair of swim trunks that I worn that Saturday, I'd had forever. Fucking
it a Speedo?
apparently had no. Thank God, because it would have been even worse. It had started ripping and I hadn't noticed until the kid was like, "Hey man, you might want to like cover up a little bit." My fucking testicle was hanging out of the bottom. I was like, "Oh
Just
fuck!"
one nut.
So I had to go.
Nuts,
I had to put
one
on.
life.
I had to go get my underwear, and so I needed the key. And my
Happy
mom's like, "Why? Wait." Well, she's like, "You're not wearing underwear?" I'm like, "I'm wearing a bathing suit."
Oh my God, dude, your
Who the
ball.
fuck? Who the fuck wears an underwear under a bathing suit?
Well,
Dude,
did
you
your
totally-
bathing suit have a liner?
It used to, although
It
like,
used to. It
Well,
used to have a
have-
liner.
have you
You're
ever-
that guy?
have you
You're like,
ever-
I've got good underwear. It's got 9 holes in it.
No,
it's still good.
the liner for those bathing suits, like,
They shred up.
well, it's not that. It's that they bunch around your fucking dick and
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't feel good. Like, it sort of between your legs and shit.
I don't like it either.
So
What
I
do you
always
find?
I always
$3
cut them out.
Swimsuits.
Well, it's not like I'm gonna shit myself, and they got holes. It's not actual underwear. It's got holes in it. It's perforated.
Yeah, but so
doesn't
your
do
ass
anything.
breathes.
It doesn't.
I
do
just gotta
anything.
say, you Johnny Knoxville, that kid. Your balls were hanging out, and he was just kind of
See,
like he
you're
was just
playing-
kind of like staring.
I'm
You were
just
playing
glad there weren't any
peekaboo with a
women,
12-year-old.
like,
That's
walking
fucked
around.
up.
He's like, oh. John Roy was like, "What the fuck kind of trip is this?"
I don't like this trip.
He seemed to enjoy himself.
John Roy, good.
Yeah, he punched me in the face at one point.
Why? Because your balls
'Cause
were
he's one-
hanging
you
out
know-
on his face.
You know, he's one of these kids that like is always like pretending to like take a swing at somebody. So I'm standing there filling out my paperwork, and he fucking punches me in the mouth. And I looked at him, and I had a split second, like because like you know, your
Maybe
animal
everybody in the
instincts
car
take
was
over
thinking
when
it.
somebody
You just
hits you.
acted.
I looked at him and I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry."
Maybe he has
Ow.
physical Tourette's.
Somebody has fucking mouth Tourette's. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're right, Ron. Maybe his dad was like, "Look, go over there and punch that asshole in the
Yeah,
face."
go punch him in the mouth. You want to let him talk to your dad that way?
And later
him out.
he hit me in the fucking head with the paddle. Like I had my
Go-
helmet on, but I
Go
looked
go
back
go
at him
ping
and I was
that
like,
nut that's hanging out.
I was
Ping
like-
it. Ping it.
"What the fuck?"
He said, "Go look at his balls hanging out. Ping it,
Ping it. Ping it.
Anyway.
dude. Dude, that's the greatest thing in the world that your balls were hanging out. Oh my
No,
god!
not balls, just ball.
It was just one ball.
Look,
It was
m-
one
look.
ball, wasn't that big.
Speaking of, this is a really
Like a
funny
disco
story.
ball.
Years ago, you remember Belle Promenade, right?
Yeah.
The mall over there. Well, me, my dad, and my mom used to ride our bikes over there because it wasn't that far from the house. So we'd ride our bikes over there and we'd lock them up. And just before we left the mall one time, my dad was wearing these fucking like little bitty short. You know, I mean, these
Like Jack Tripper shorts?
Yeah, but like they were a little longer. You know, like a little longer tennis shorts. And I just so happened to look over, and my dad's balls were hanging out of the pants leg. And
That's where Wayne gets it from.
oh, dude, these people were walking by, pointing at him, because I was like, "What are these people looking at?" And my dad,
Is he just going, hey, how you doing?
yeah,
All right.
he was just like, "What's up?" And I said, "Dad, your nuts are hanging out." And he goes, "Oh well, fuck it."
Jesus Christ.
It was fucking hysterical, dude. Oh shit. Well, anyway, now that we got
lesson on that story is buy clothes that fit.
now we got Adam's story of the lovely vacation trip. What is this metal story, Rum?
Oh, the ultimate metal story. Are you
Yes,
ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let me set the mood, all right? May 28th, 2008. A tragedy happened in the music industry. Can you name it?
Justin Bieber was born.
No.
And what year?
2008. It was May.
And it's in metal.
It's very metal.
Okay. No.
I mean, it's as metal as Adam gets. I'll put it to you that way.
New metal was born. What?
The Spice Girls broke up.
Oh, you're gonna tell me they're gonna have a reunion?
They are coming back. The Spice Girls are back with a new sound and a new member. This is what are the Spice Girls now? They're like what in their 40s, 50s now?
40s, late
The oldest one, I can't remember. Ginger Spice is probably around 50.
Oh,
Okay.
Because she was like 38 when they went on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
She
know.
hit her age.
She's the
I
one
don't know.
I think she's
I don't know
one
who
left.
the new woman, what her name is, but I know she's 68 years old.
What is she? Old Spice?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. I hate to interrupt that story really quickly, but so Manny posted a video. He's one of these idiots that did the ALS water bucket challenge, ice bucket challenge. This motherfucker
Is he wearing
posted a video.
Is he wearing a fucking MHOG shirt?
I think so.
Yeah, all right, I see that.
This motherfucker apparently didn't understand how it works, so he has his buddy. Instead of dumping the ice bucket on him, he has a cooler full of ice water that the guy is slowly pouring on him. And he's freaking out. Manny, if you listen to this, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's not... The point is to just dump it on you, not to, like, slowly torture... He's not waterboarding
A lot
you.
of people do it different ways. There was one guy that walked underneath a bucket truck, and it dumped all the water on him real slow and stuff like that. And there's been a bunch of videos of this stuff.
Anyway, so Old Spice, huh?
Well,
So did
Is
he?
that a real story, or are you making this
Did he
up?
challenge us
I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing it.
in that video?
Well, I guess my story's over. All right.
I was letting you go on.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Oh, I'm done.
But is it a real story, or are you joking?
No, I'm done. Moving on.
Why do you do this?
Well, I got yelled at for stepping on Adam's story, but now, okay, that's cool.
Who's stepping on your story?
You did.
How?
Adam did. Everybody's talking about Manny and the ice, and,
He asked you to hold on a second.
well, I'm done with it. That's cool. Anyway, that was it. Bye. Done.
You know, Rum,
Okay.
you've been doing this the last few shows, getting irritated.
I'm not irritated. I'm just saying I was yelled at for stepping on Adam's story.
No one's yelling at you.
I wasn't mad. I was just like, you're making a short story really long by interrupting me, and it's not that interesting if I take a long time to say it. It's
Anyway, that was actually the end of the story anyway. I just thought it was kind of funny that they're getting back together.
Yeah, I can't believe. Why would they even think about doing that?
they were super popular. I had that first album.
Did you?
Whether they do it or not, I don't know. But that's what they're talking about. I can't remember the damn singer's
Well,
name.
who are they replacing?
They have to be replacing Ginger because she's the one who left the first place.
Did she leave or did they kick her out?
No, she was the one that left. So she was done.
Okay.
And then it was just the four of them.
Yeah.
I don't even. What was it? Baby, Scary,
Posh.
Posh,
I don't even know their
Sporty.
names.
Sporty, and Ginger. Yeah, that was the.
I know.
five.
I just read that and went, that's really kind of bizarre.
It is. It's kind of.
Because they're not even going for like a normal pop music thing anymore. I don't know what they're doing. Said their old sound is gone.
They're not going with metal?
Could be metal.
They're gonna come out. Maybe that's the new lead singer of Gwar.
They're
Speaking
gonna
of
come
which,
out with spice, baby.
too cold.
Spice, baby. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, there must be a new singer for Gore, man. Cause
That's cool. Well, I mean, it could be cool. It depends on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna have to do some
the
research
green
on it.
Jello guy. I mean, he would be a good stand-in.
Yeah, Bill
I mean,
Manspeaker would be great, but I mean, like I said, I'll see. And in fact, did you see on the intranets that they actually sent him off in a Viking funeral?
Yeah, I did see that.
That
I
was
didn't see that.
yeah. They put his costume on a boat, like an actual like Viking ship, and they did what Vikings do. They pushed it out to the water and they shot it with an arrow and set it on fire. It was a Viking funeral for Odorous.
Everybody was there. I mean, it was
really cool. They did it at the barbecue.
Yeah, it was a who's who of metal.
Yeah, like all the big bands were there and everything. That was pretty awesome. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
So,
Well, I hope everything works out for them because they're they've gone through members in the band before. It was a tragic way for that one to happen, but
Yeah, they have gone through a lot of members, but it's just not the
I thought we
actual.
were talking about the Spice Girls again for a second.
just not the voice. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to emulate that dude.
well, I don't even think the guy stepping into it would even try.
No, they're gonna have to do like they did before, is like completely have a new character come in from whatever planet and take over.
Be Buck Rogers.
On the 21st century.
Used to love that show.
I did too, man. Too.
Yeah, because you're all old.
Fuck off.
Anyway.
But yeah, man. Remember, everybody out there. Remember, we still have some tickets to give away. Don't forget, this will be the last episode before the show.
Yeah.
Also remember that on September 6th,
September
at
6th.
Time, we don't know exactly everyone that's going on. We know that Corey Mack is playing.
Yes, Corey Mack will be performing at the Twist of Lime.
If you
for
go
sure.
back
Cool.
several episodes, I think it's like 103 or 104.
Something like that, yeah.
He's on there.
Uncle Corey's Neighborhood, I believe it was called, or some shit like that.
Something like that. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and
Yep.
we might have a surprise or two. And it's just $5.
I wish I could be there. I think it'd be a really fun show.
Well, the nice thing is that eventually we'll all be able to do shows
Together, yeah.
Together.
And
Together.
remember, come out, support, share this fucking stuff. Share it with everybody.
No matter where you are, local is local. You know what I'm saying? If they're unsigned or they're trying to come up, it's always good to support local artists in every state, every country. Support your local artists, whether it be musicians, people who whatever they do. There's enough big business and corporate shit out there to everybody can get it. It's all mass produced and shit, but it's always better when you can discover something new, something maybe in your own backyard, something around the corner, something that someone turns you on to. So I mean, always remember, support local.
Unless that local artist happens to be Tim Laddie, and then don't support him because fuck that guy.
Yeah, Tim.
No, support Laddie.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's it for this show because
Just very like us arguing like fucking siblings in the back of a car.
because that's what we are basically.
Adam's angry episode was Angry Road Trip.
This is Angry Road Trip, brought to you by the MHOG podcast.
MHOG.
To be fair, I'm usually angry when I have to drive all day long.
The only podcast that performs in blackface.
Is it the is it the driving or the clipboard handling? Is that
Rum? I don't tell you how to get stabbed by a hobo.
What are you laughing at, Wayne? Go pet a puppy.
I'm going to go pet some dogs.
Oh shit! Well, I better leave for that. What the fuck?
No, you can stay. You can watch me pet my dog.
No, thank you.
You can help me pet my dog, sexy.
Not a chance.
Fucker.
So anyway,
Yes, and thanks everybody for tuning into this mess again, and please remember to share us. Don't forget to take a screenshot once you share us and
Get some free tickets.
Send it to mhogbooking@gmail.com and get some free tickets. You get a free pair of tickets if you do it. That's all you got to do. It's not hard.
say free tickets again.
Free
tickets.
Yes.
What is it, boys and girls?
Free tickets.
Cheese stickets.
Free cheese Danishes.
Yay!
Hey.
All right, so I was your host, Wayne.
I am a little less tired.
I'm Rum.
And remember to keep Keep it. That's all.
Nope.
Adieu, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Get the fuck out!
Okay then. That's it.